Hello everyone, this is Dawn over at Plot Chronicles. I wanted to chat with you guys about this book today and tell you my thought about the book and what I think of this particular term, and I'll explain that in a minute. It's called The Tradwife Secret by Liane. Basically, many of you have probably heard of the term the Tradwife, okay? And some people, look down on it. Some people love it and embrace it. Tradwife, what is it? Basically, the Tradwife is a woman that takes on a traditional role. And what that means is she may be a stay-at-home mom. She takes on more of a domestic role and does the cooking and the cleaning and all of that. And that's kind of, now there's people that will look down on her for doing that because she's not a career woman. And then I've heard about people that are traditional wives that look down on other people because they're not wanting to be a traditional wife. This is my take on it. Everyone is an individual. I know of women that would love to be a stay-at-home mom and stay home, but for whatever reason, they're not able to financially, okay? Then I know some people that, their husbands would love for them to be a stay-at-home mom, but they're more of a career woman. They really are not the stay-at-home type, and they maybe don't enjoy cooking and cleaning and staying home and being domesticated. I think each person is an individual. I actually know of a couple stay-at-home dads that love cooking, cleaning, and taking care of the kids. I don't think we can put anyone in a box, and no one should feel like they have to do what they feel society tells them to. I think if somebody wants to be a traditional wife and stay at home, take care of the children, and they can afford to do that, and they love it, they love to cook, clean, take care of their husband, their children, and they want to do that, fabulous. If somebody wants to be a career woman or a career man and they want to do that, that's great too. Each family needs to decide what works for them because you know what? None of us fit into a little box. We all have our own values that work for us. So I want to say that I'm very open to whatever anybody wants to do. I remember, I'll just say this before getting the book, when the homeschooling came out. I have nothing against homeschooling. And people assumed that I would homeschool because I work from home. I'm like, well, let me ask you a question. I said, could your husband take your kids to work with him? Well, no. I said, well, that's what I would have to do. I can't be homeschooling and do my project management at the same time. So no, I wouldn't be able to do that, But traditional wife, I think, can be wonderful. But, a lot of people will, like I said, have their opinions about it. But I think it's great no matter what people want to do, whether it's career or staying home. Now, what this woman does, I just had to share all that. You can tell me your values on it. What this woman does is and this is what I love about it. Listen to this. Her life is perfect. Her life is a lie. The traditional wife secret. She's a woman that she has several children, and she appears to love staying home. She has a social media presence, so she puts out videos like of her making sourdough bread and making recipes, and she always looks beautiful, and she's serving her husband and all of that, okay? But is that really what's going on? So she puts herself out on social media and stuff like that, and people are like, oh, I want to be more like you and things like that. But she notices she's not getting as many views lately, okay? So she feels pressure because, hey, what's happening? And then also she's getting messages from someone that seems kind of like some woman that's like obsessed with her, okay? So that's kind of going on too. So basically she seems like a perfect wife and a perfect mother. But you have that storyline going, okay? Her and her husband and her children. And they live in Montana, by the way, and they homestead, okay? Then you have another lady who's young and has a boyfriend, okay? And they're living on some kind of homestead, and you get to hear about their relationship, but he's not very kind to her, I'll just say that. She ends up, being with child, and you'll find out the story of what happens with that. And these two stories kind of interject. I'll just tell you that. I thought the story was interesting. There were some kind of dry spots. But the good thing is that this is what I did like. I at least understood what was going on. You jump from different storylines. You jump from the traditional wife and her name, and let me see what her name is here. I don't even know. Madison March. So you jump from that to this other girl named, I think her name is Brianna. You jump back and forth between the two storylines, but they interject in a way that I understood what was going on and I wasn't confused. So I liked that. It was a little dry in spots, but it was an entertaining book. Let me know what you think of. Would you be interested in reading this book? And what do you think of the whole Tradwife, and what's your thoughts on some of the things I said? I think to each their own, and everybody should mind their own business and live life on their terms. Let me know your thoughts. Love you, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye.